the station putting local first. You're watching Studio 9.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Patricia Maese. And this week, we're taking you to the circus. We're giving you an inside look into Cirque du Soleil. The stunning Cirque du Soleil franchise returns to El Paso this March with its production of OVO. The brilliance of the visual display in OVO will give the audience a headlong rush into a colorful ecosystem of insects at work and at play. More than 50 artists make up this incredible show, and Studio 9 is giving you a glimpse of what you can expect with its sneak peek performance. And we're so excited to have on Studio 9 and here at the Channel 9 Studios a sneak preview performance of OVO with Cirque du Soleil. We have two of the performers. We have Svetlana and Devin. Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to have you here. Now talk a little bit about the show, what audiences can expect if you go to the show.
Okay, so first of all, thanks for inviting us here today. And what the audience of El Paso is going to expect from the show is to enter in the Cirque du Soleil concept, which is, we already know what Cirque du Soleil concept is about shows. And the incredible and the amazing things that OVO is doing is that all the costumes are different between each other. There's so many colors into the shows. And the show has a story hidden behind. It's the story of a colony of bugs, which is, I'm a dragonfly, Svet is a red spider, and there is more other different characters in the show. We are 50 artists that performs like acrobatic skills, characters, clones. We have really everything. So what I would say that is different from other Cirque du Soleil shows is that in our show you can see a little bit of everything, like acrobatic wise. You can see handstand, you can see juggler, you can see tumbling, trampoline, you can see a lot of things that Cirque put together in the same shows, colorful with lights, sound effects, everything. It's going to be so much smooth and nice, and what they are going to expect is to learn a story from it. The story, so first of all, OVO is the name in Portuguese of egg.
Oh, wow.
So it means
okay.
egg, OVO. So OVO celebrating life, because the egg is actually the life.
Yeah.
From the eggs came out the life. So we are a big colony, and then a foreigner, yes, came into the colony with a very huge and big eggs on his shoulders. And all the colony bugs is very attracted for these eggs, because we never seen this before. And what he learned us is to how respect each other into the colony, even between differences, between different bugs, so differences between us. And is to celebrate the love between these two characters, the foreigner and the ladybug, which is it's part of our colony. So first of all, they meet and they don't really go well together, each other, but then they find out that they are falling in love. And
oh, wow. So there's a love story in it.
There's a love story into the show, yeah, exactly. So OVO, it's a lot of things. I don't want to say much about it because I want to invite El Paso to come and see us, because it's a very nice show, and it's going to be here just for a few days from March 12 to 15, so better
to catch it, to get your tickets now, because they're going to sell out quickly. Now, Cirque du Soleil and all the shows, we know them from Vegas, and the popularity, international popularity of Cirque du Soleil and the performance and the skill, the visual part of it, the artistic part of it. I mean, they're beautiful performances. If you've never seen one, here's your chance, because they're coming to our city. But why do you think audiences love them, Svetlana? What is it about, you know, watching you all do what you do? And it's amazing. It really is amazing. But talk to me about that.
Well, Cirque du Soleil, first of all, takes a lot of talent from all over the world. I think there are people from about 23 to 25 countries on our show right now. Ex-gymnasts, Olympians, dancers, athletes, all of us coming together, putting that together with the musicians, the costumes, the Cirque du Soleil imagination. So that's going to make a show that's completely different from anything else the audiences have seen before. It's not just music, just dance. It's everything all at once. So anybody can find something to be drawn into. Like Devin was saying, the acts are all so different from each other, and a really, really high skill level acrobatic-wise. So you'll find something to absolutely fall in love with in the show.
And even if you have been to a show, every show is different. You think, oh, I've seen it. No, you haven't, because they're so diverse. And like you said, the acrobatics and the vision and the imagination that you said. And really, like you just told the story, it's about bugs, but it's this beautifully told story, even from what you guys are going to perform here shortly. Now, what is it that we're going to see? They're going to perform for us only here on Studio 9 and KTSM. And what is that called?
Hand balancing act, which I balance with my arms. Yes.
Fascinating. And
Over 70 years of serving El Paso, Tropicana Homes is the longest-lasting home builder, known for quality constructed homes for generations of families, with a variety of spacious floor plans available to build, as well as move-in ready homes, all with great amenities, excellent customer service, with financing options available. You'll find the perfect home of your dreams at Tropicana Homes. Find out more at tropicanahomes.com.
Man, this TV's lame.
You need a breakthrough with the low payment finder from Cons Home Plus. Good creditor building it. It finds the lowest payment tailored to you.
Get to Cons Home Plus to score big deals on big screens for the big game. Save up to 50% or more on big deal TVs, like this Samsung QLED TV, just $999.99. Plus financing and delivery options to get you game ready in time for kickoff.
It's the New Year's savings event at Poe Toyota. All new models are on sale and priced to go. Drive home a new 2020 Corolla LE for $99 a month or get $1,500 cash back. Get a great deal during the New Year's savings event at Poe Toyota.
Welcome to the Edge of Texas. At the Edge of Texas, our steaks are delicately cut. You have to love the outcome of the food. For me, my heart is in it, and I'd like to share it with everyone. We have great margaritas. They are part of the Edge of Texas. The Edge of Texas, to me, is my home. You want a home-cooked meal? You want great service? Come to the Edge of Texas. We'll take great care of you.
KTSM 9's Wheels and Deals, your guide to everything automotive, from car buying tips to leasing, financing, and auto repair. Watch Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays on KTSM 9 News today.
Studio 9 sponsored by Tropicana Homes. Find out more about Tropicana on our website at ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab.
Here's the question that everybody wants to know. How do you become a Cirque du Soleil performer? I mean, you just don't walk in off the street. And tell us a little bit about your background, Devin.
Okay, so first of all, I'm coming from a traditional circus family, which I'm from Italy. So I came from a traditional circus family from Italy. And I've been performing since I was 10 years old. I started at the age of 7 with acrobatic and artistic skills like from gymnastics. Then at the age of 10, I started to perform on stage. Then I did so many things like during my career since like 1 and almost a half year ago, which I was in Italy, and Cirque du Soleil called me for casting if I wanted to be the role of the dragonfly in the show Ovo, and of course I say yes, because it's the things that all of us dream about it, to be part of such an amazing team like Cirque du Soleil is. And like when you're outside of Cirque, you see beautiful and amazing shows, but you don't really realize how much jobs and work there is behind. Like in Montreal with the headquarters, there is a bunch of people working hard every day to find new ideas and to put and build together fantastic and amazing shows that you can not see around. Like they're always looking for new ideas, and it's amazing. When they call me, they say, we need you for the role of the dragonfly, and I was like, what? Like dragonfly? And then explain me about the show, and then I was really attracted from it. And then you go to Montreal, you perform, you have months of preparation. Each artist, when they need to replace an artist, or they need to create an act, or they need to create a show, they're hiring an artist, and wherever is your background, they're gonna create your, they're gonna really teach you. They're gonna teach your makeup. They're gonna teach you how to be in character. There is a very, very, very big job behind that. When people came into Cirque area, that when they sit in the audience and they start watching the show, they realize how amazing the show, but they sometimes do not realize what is behind all this amazing job. And it's nice sometimes to say it about it as well, because
very intricate
this
and
is
detailed.
what, for me personally, this is what makes the atmosphere of Cirque du Soleil being that great, because of the job behind, and they really looks for details. They're really perfectionist in the details as well. And you can tell. The details makes the difference.
You can tell, and it comes across. Tell us a little bit about your background, Svetlana, how you how you got to Cirque du Soleil, because it really is like the epitome, right, for every performer in your field.
Absolutely. It was my goal. Ever since I saw my first Cirque show, I thought, I want to be on that stage. I want to be doing this. This is incredible. I come from dance, so I didn't think it was possible. I've been on stage since I was 5 as a dancer. I've trained in France, in the US, and Canada. But I was so far away from all the acrobatics, I didn't realize it was achievable. But with a ton of hard work, getting into circus school, learning some aerial acrobatic arts along the way, that the passion is what had me motivated through the roof, and I just worked super, super hard, went through the audition process, and I couldn't believe I got in. And yeah, just having a spot in this show and working alongside this cast is a dream come true.
A dream come true, and it's so beautiful. And like I said, we're going to see him perform in just a bit. Thank you so much. 6 performances here in El Paso in March. You don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now. We'll have all the information on our website. Head on over to ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab. And for now, let's go ahead and watch a little sneak preview of what Svetlana and Devin will be doing in OVO. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Stay with Studio 9. Next, we talk beauty talk and show you the latest medical technology to help sculpt your abs. Inside the Med Spa, next.
Hi, my name is Liz Pignon. I love watching KTSM Channel 9 News with Daniel and Natasha in the evenings and the girls in the morning, keeping us well informed on everything going in our city. I watched and I won. Thank you, KTSM.
Over 70 years of serving El Paso, Tropicana Homes is the longest-lasting home builder, known for quality constructed homes for generations of families, with a variety of spacious floor plans available to build, as well as move-in ready homes, all with great amenities, excellent customer service, with financing options available. You'll find the perfect home of your dreams at Tropicana Homes. Find out more at tropicanahomes.com.
The new sporty GLC.
Come on, we're so late. Hey.
It fights traffic.
There's no parking.
I told you. Oh, a spot.
We'll never fit.
It fights tension.
Seriously? Did you take my phone?
Passenger light on. It even fights fighting. Innovation that keeps people together. The 2020 GLC. Lease the GLC 300 SUV for just $449 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Village Inn brings you an even bigger flavor fiesta. It's delicious, authentic, and made fresh. Savor our breakfast enchiladas, loaded with zesty cheese and chili. Try our famous machaca with tender shredded beef, salsa, and eggs. And our flame-broiled green chili queso beef and eggs. It's a beef patty topped with our signature green chili queso sauce, served with hash browns and 2 eggs. It's the flavors you love that will turn any meal into a fiesta. Available now at your nearby Village Inn.
The bladder control aisle. You won't shop here again. Your private business is your own. The constant struggle is over. Now there's a better way. It's HDIS. We home deliver bladder control products. We understand how you feel. For over 25 years, we've home delivered to many of the 20 million Americans who deal with incontinence. We offer all brands. We pay shipping and use plain, unmarked boxes. If we can help you or someone you care for, call for your free product sample pack and $45 in money-saving coupons. Our counselors will help you choose the right product. And unlike stores, we're always in stock. You'll get what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. HDIS, the better way.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog, $45 in money-saving coupons, and free product samples, call 1-800-548-4176. That's 1-800-548-4176.
Thank you for nominating the remarkable women in your life. Stay tuned in February as KTSM at 9 News presents their stories. Remarkable women making a difference in the borderland.
KTSM 9 News, recognizing remarkable women.
Studio 9, sponsored by Tropicana Homes, building homes in the El Paso area for more than 69 years. Tropicana has been recognized locally and across the state multiple times as the best builder of the year and best developer of the year. There are 9 Tropicana communities currently serving the El Paso area. Find out more about Tropicana on our website at ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab.
Okay, if you're looking to tone your abs without really having to step in the gym or maybe improve or help the process a little bit, we have a thing for you. It's new here in El Paso. It's called Cool Tone by the same company that does Cool Sculpting. Yes. And it's amazing for people really looking to define their abs. You're already chiseled, but maybe a little more oomph. Tell me about it. I'm here with Adriana Garza. Tell me about it, Adriana.
Hi, everyone. So this is Cool Tone. It's a machine by the makers of Cool Sculpt. So what it is, it tones, firm, and strengthens your muscles, not just from your abdomen, but your legs or your quads and your buttocks as well.
And it's pretty cool because it feels like you were telling me the equivalent of having it 30 minutes, not seconds, minutes. It's like doing 1,000 crunches.
Yes, so what it does, it basically contracts the area. So in a 30-minute time span, you're going to be doing 1,000 crunches.
It's like stimulating those muscles.
Yes, it's using electromagnetic waves to contract the muscle like if you were at the gym.
So walk me through the process, how it works. You wrap them up, and you're going to see it as we're talking through the segment, how it kind of works, what it does, this machine. And so walk me step by step how it goes when you're getting them ready.
So once we have our patient ready, we will hook up one of our applicators. We attach it to the area that we are going to, I guess, work on.
Yeah.
We'll wrap her up, we'll start the treatment, and that's it. It's super simple, super easy. The patient's very comfortable. It does feel like you are doing an intense, abdominal workout, but it's not painful at all.
And for about 30 minutes. Normally a session is?
Yes, a session is about 30 minutes. And like I said, you're just laying down comfortably with no pain whatsoever.
And how many sessions do you recommend to really see results?
So our protocol is 4 times. You're going to come in 4 times, twice a week, and that should be your full sessions.
And we were talking that this is not melting fat or freezing fat. This is doing the opposite. It's working with your muscles and stimulating them. Like if you do crunches, what you're doing is stimulating, but it's just kind of advancing, or I want to say really boosting the process.
Yes. So this is not like Cool Sculpt, where Cool Sculpt is a fat treatment or a fat loss treatment. This is just to stimulate, to contract, to really pop out those muscles that you have underneath and make them stronger.
And right now, you're doing it for the abs, and that's really where it started the process, but are there other areas that you can cool tone?
Yes, so you can cool tone the top of your legs, so the quads, and you can also cool tone your buttocks.
And it'll give it that firmness. If you're looking for a little more, if you're already lean.
Yes, so this is intended for someone who already works out, who is going to continue to work out. This is just going to give you that extra oomph for your workout and for your body to look extra on point.
So it's a different candidate. You have to ask yourself, okay, am I already fit? Do I work out? How do you know if you are a candidate, if this is something for you and you're looking to stimulate, kind of chisel your abs a little bit?
Yes.
That's what it is, kind of chiseling, right?
So the best thing is for you to come in and do a consult with us. We can, in less than 30 minutes, let you know if you are a candidate for cool tone or not.
All right, so here at El Paso Cosmetic Surgery on the east side, El Paso Med Spa, come see Adriana Garza. If you're interested in finding out more about Cool Tone, we're going to have a link for their website on our website. Head on over to KTSM.com and click on the Studio 9 tab. Thanks so much, Adriana.
Thank you.
Coming up on Studio 9, we look ahead to spring and take you inside a local flower farm that is a visual delight of blossoms and earth. Stay with us on Studio 9.
Get ready, bull riding fans! The Tuff Hedeman Bull Riding Tour stampedes into town Saturday, February 8th. Get your tickets today for the Casa for Tuff Hedeman Championship Bull Riding, presented by Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. A night filled with the best, wildest rides and biggest wins. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster and the Coliseum box office.
Over 70 years of serving El Paso, Tropicana Homes is the longest-lasting home builder, known for quality constructed homes for generations of families. With a variety of spacious floor plans available to build, as well as move-in ready homes, all with great amenities, excellent customer service, with financing options available. You'll find the perfect home of your dreams at Tropicana Homes. Find out more at tropicanahomes.com.
If you receive Medicare and Medicaid or have low income, you can still get an affordable Cigna Medicare Advantage plan and get treated like more than just a number, because Cigna treats you like a whole person, body and mind. Get the right plan for the right price. Call 1-877-895-1035. With Cigna, you get one plan for medical and prescription drug coverage, a team of doctors for your overall health, vision care with an eyewear allowance, and dental coverage, plus monthly premiums and primary doctor copays as low as $0. Cigna has a plan for you, no matter your health status or budget. Don't wait. Call now to get your free Medicare Advantage guide. Call 1-877-895-1035. That's 1-877-895-1035. Or visit ChooseCignaMedicare.com. Cigna, together all the way.
Save time training for your new career at Vista College.
I chose Vista College because it put me in my career a lot faster than a traditional college would. I didn't really have time to take that 4 years out of my life.
Gain the skills employers are looking for.
The Vista College students that I've dealt with firsthand have been knowledgeable, hardworking, professional. They have the knowledge base to do what we've asked them to do.
Vista College has provided me a sense of professionalism. Everywhere that I walk, people already know which career that I'm in just because of the way that I dress, talk, act, and that's because of Vista College.
Get the life you've always dreamed of.
The first step that I took to change my life was whenever I called Vista College, and the next day I was enrolled in class.
If you feel like you've made it to a dead end and you're not satisfied with where you are, do like I did and call Vista College. They'll be there to help you and make sure that you start in your career as soon as possible.
Get started on the life you dreamed of. Call now.
Get ready, bull riding fans! The Tuff Hedeman Bull Riding Tour stampedes into town Saturday, February 8th. Get your tickets today for the Casa for Tuff Hedeman Championship Bull Riding, presented by Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. A night filled with the best, wildest rides and biggest wins. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster and the Coliseum box office.
Thank you so much for supporting Studio 9. It was a great 2019. We want to make it an even better 2020. So please keep sending us your suggestions. My email is right here. We want to hear from you. My crew and I will make sure we cover it on Studio 9. We're in beautiful La Mesa, New Mexico at Calhoun Flower Farms with one of the co-owners here, Susanna Calhoun. Tell us what you guys actually do here. People would be surprised that you grow your own flowers for events, sourcing. Tell me about it.
Yeah, definitely. So this is a woman-run
flower farm that we emphasized on really making sure that this beautiful borderland can get quality flowers grown sustainably and humanitarianly. So that was our main goal, and we wanted to be able to give a very high quality product while still being sustainable to this area and using less water and using new techniques that we can implement here in the Southwest.
Now we're in La Mesa, close to El Paso, between Las Cruces. It's hot here in the region, in the area of the Southwest, but you can grow beautiful flowers here. And a lot of people don't know that. We think everything dies because of the extreme heat. Not true.
Not true, not true. So actually we use the heat to our advantage. We have an accelerated growing time because of the heat. So actually now we're 100% outdoor grown, and that actually allows us to grow even more flowers than, say, New York or Washington, where they have limited seasons.
So I'm holding dahlias right now, and they're so beautiful. She just picked them and handed them to me. But some of the other stuff that you grow here and that you source to local florists and also out of the region as well.
Right. We also source, we usually source from American-grown farmers if there's something that we can't grow or a bride specifically wants. But we always focus on those American-grown flowers, especially if they're grown inside the state. We'll source from Texas and New Mexico for anything that our client wants, or we can custom grow for them. We'll put anything in the ground for them that they might want.
Really, and they can do it here, and it's such a magical place. I mean, if you don't follow them on social media, you should. It's absolutely beautiful. Your morning pics as you're taking care of the farms and the flower pot, the flower, what do you call them? The tracks, the trails, the rows.
Lots of dirt in general.
Lots of dirt.
We've embraced the dirt completely.
It's such a beautiful, beautiful place. Now, you're doing dozens of weddings a year. You're doing events. You're sourcing to florists. I mean, you're doing everything. Talk about how you guys got started in this.
So what we did was we really tried to focus on who's local, who has been here for a while. So we focused on those florists that have been here, have that clientele, have a storefront. And we approached them and said, hey, you can offer a local source for your clients and make it that much more special for their day. So that's what we focused on, and social media really helped us. Since we don't have a storefront, that was our way to connect to all sorts of demographics that might not know that this can happen in their area.
And you're also going to be teaching people flower arrangements with also locally grown flowers. That's going to be happening in Whole Foods. Tell me about that.
Yes, and we have different events like this so that we can interact with our community. We have an incredible community that supports all of us so well, and so we wanted to be able to connect with those clients that have supported us. So the workshops really help us, especially in educating what we do on a day-to-day basis. So we'll be teaching centerpieces, sage smudges, wreath workshops, different things like that in order to broaden that kind of knowledge base of flowers.
You guys do yoga classes here as well, a lot of events. Follow them on social media, Calhoun Flower Farms. Thank you so much, Susanna. We're going to have a link on our website. Head on over to KTSM.com, and as always, click on the Studio 9 tab. Beautiful flowers.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for Studio 9 this week. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Patricia Maese. My crew and I will be back next week with more Studio 9 and new segments. We'll see you then. Have a great weekend and stay El Paso strong.